Hi, welcome back to the channel. In this video, we've got another 10 short stories to help with reading comprehension. And if you want the worksheets, you can just check makingenglishfun.com down at the bottom. Let's get started. The Runaway Pancake. Liam loved pancakes. One Saturday, he decided to flip one in the air like a professional chef. He tossed it up, but instead of landing in the pan, the pancake soared out of the window. Liam ran outside just in time to see a dog snatch it up and run off. He chased after the dog, calling, "Hey, that's my breakfast!" The dog dashed through the park and stopped near a bench where an old man was feeding birds. The man laughed. "Looks like he found a snack." Liam sighed, but smiled as he patted the dog. He was still hungry, but at least someone enjoyed his pancake. He returned home, and this time he flipped his pancake carefully straight onto his plate. The mysterious red button. Ella was playing in her grandma's attic when she found an old wooden box with a big red button inside. "Don't touch it," her little brother Sam warned. "What if it does something crazy?" Ella hesitated, but then pressed it. Nothing happened. She pressed it again. Still nothing. Disappointed, she put the box back. Later that night, there was a loud thud outside. Ella peeked out of the window and gasped. A giant red balloon was floating in the sky with the words, "You pressed it," written on the side. She turned to Sam. Maybe it did do something after all. The missing homework. Jake always finished his homework, but today it was gone. He searched his bag, under the desk, and in the kitchen. No sign of it. His teacher wouldn't believe him if he said, "The dog ate it." But when he went outside, he saw something surprising. His homework was in the garden, covered in paw prints. His puppy, Max, was chewing the corner of the paper. Jake groaned. "Max, you really did eat my homework." At school, he handed in his chewed up assignment. His teacher raised an eyebrow. "This is a first." She sighed and gave him another copy. This time, Jake kept it far away from Max. The library secret. Sophia loved books. One day, while reading in the library, she noticed an old book with a golden lock on it. She asked the librarian, "What's inside?" The librarian smiled mysteriously. "No one knows. The key was lost years ago." Determined, Sophia searched every bookshelf. Finally, behind a dusty atlas, she found a tiny golden key. Her heart raced as she unlocked the book. Inside were handwritten stories from people who had visited the library over 100 years ago. The librarian gasped. "You found the lost book of stories." Sophia grinned. Now she had a new adventure, reading them all. The balloon chase. Ben's little sister, Daisy, loved balloons. At the fair, she got a big red one. Hold on tight, Ben warned, but a strong gust of wind snatched the balloon from her hands. Daisy's eyes filled with tears. Ben ran after it, dodging people, jumping over benches, and chasing it down the street. Finally, it got stuck on a tree branch. Ben carefully climbed up and grabbed it. When he handed it back, Daisy hugged him tightly. "Best big brother ever," she whispered. The Stray Kitten. Mia was walking home from school when she heard a tiny meow. She followed the sound to find a small, shivering kitten under a bench. She looked around. No one was there. Carefully, she picked it up and carried it home. "Mum, can we keep it?" she asked. Her mum smiled. "First, let's check if it has an owner." They made posters, but no one called. A week later, Mia's mum said, "Looks like she's yours now." Mia hugged her new kitten. "Welcome home, Whiskers." The best prank. Tom and Lucas loved playing pranks. One day, Lucas pretended to be stuck in his locker. "Help!" he called. Tom rushed over and tried to pull the door open, when suddenly Lucas jumped out laughing. Tom rolled his eyes. Very funny. The next day, Tom planned his own prank. He put a fake spider in Lucas's lunchbox. At lunchtime, Lucas screamed so loud, the whole cafeteria turned to look. Tom laughed. "Got your back?" Lucas sighed. Okay, you win." The spilled paint disaster. Lena was painting a picture for art class. She carefully mixed colours to get the perfect shade of blue. But just as she reached for her brush, her elbow knocked over the paint jar. Bright blue paint spilled everywhere. Her desk, her chair, even her shoes. "Oh no!" she gasped. Her teacher walked over. Lena expected her to be angry. Instead, she smiled. "Well, Lena, I think you just created modern art." The class laughed, and Lena felt a little bit better. The Midnight Snack Thief. Ethan woke up thirsty. As he walked past the kitchen, he saw a shadowy figure near the fridge. A burglar? He grabbed a broom and crept closer. Suddenly, the fridge light flicked on. It was his dad, eating cookies. Ethan stared. "Dad?" His dad froze, cookie in hand. Don't tell Mum," Ethan laughed. "Only if you share." His dad sighed and handed him a cookie. Deal. The Broken Vase. Emma and her brother Jake were playing indoor soccer, even though Mum told them not to. Jake kicked the ball hard and crash! Mum's favourite glass vase shattered on the floor. They froze. "What do we do?" Jake whispered. Emma grabbed glue and tried to fix it, but it was a disaster. When Mum came home, she saw the mess and sighed. "I told you not to play inside," she said. Jake gulped. "Are we in trouble?" Mum nodded. "Oh yes, but first, you're cleaning this up." And there we go, 10 short stories to help with your reading comprehension. We have loads more on the channel, feel free to check them out. And if you want the worksheets to go with this, then check out makingenglishfun.com. Hopefully we'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.